Okay. Back to the summit.
Oh, my God.
President Trump discussing trade. Roll that tape.
Over the last couple of years, this country has lost $800 billion on trade with other countries, the biggest one being China. $800 billion. $151 billion with the European Union. They don't take our agricultural products, barely. They don't take a lot of what we have, and yet they send Mercedes into us. They send BMWs into us by the millions. It's very unfair. And it's very unfair to our workers, and I'm going to straighten it out, and it won't even be tough.
I'm going to straighten it out, and it won't even be tough. This man sitting to my right, not politically, just geographically on my right, is Steve Hilton, host of The Next Revolution.
Yeah, I think I was inadvertently brought in already by Ashley. Thank you.
This guy thinking, I'm sorry,
It's called extra airtime. I love it. Okay. Europeans, I mean, forget China for a second. The Europeans completely left out of this summit and the agreement with the no-code.
Yeah, I mean, look, they're basically irrelevant to this. And they're making themselves irrelevant in a lot of ways because of all the problems that they have there and the euro falling apart, the European Union, the new government in Italy. They've got so much on their plate. And then, frankly, that doesn't put them in a very strong position to go around lecturing anyone else about anything.
And that's what they were doing right at G7, right before the summit there. I think this is a political win for President Trump. I think it's a real change of course for our diplomacy and certainly for the Koreans' diplomacy. And I don't think anybody saw it coming. Where am I going wrong?
Well, I agree with most of what you said. I think that there's one person who saw this coming, and that's President Trump. And I think there's an aspect of this that hasn't got enough analysis, really, which is the strategy that's been involved here. A lot of people are saying, well, he's just so impulsive, he makes it up as he goes along, it's all a bit random. Actually, if you follow the steps here, remember that in that first meeting, the day after the election with President, or was it 2 days after, I can't remember, that first meeting with President Obama in the Oval Office, President Obama said to Donald Trump, the biggest problem you're going to have to face is North Korea. That made a profound effect on him. Then President Trump announces that his top foreign policy priority is going to be North Korea. Then you see him making that strong play for a good relationship with President Xi to help him with North Korea. You see the maximum pressure campaign. You see the tweeting. You see all this, it seems to me, is part of a long thought out and well executed strategy. It's not some random thing that just happened.
It's one more thing that the president said he was going to do and has done.
Yeah, and then people also say, oh, well, does he have the patience? I've been seeing it all morning, the critics trying to find, say, has he got the strategic patience to follow this through? Well, actually, this has been going on for at least 18 months, and he has, it seems to me, set out a really thought-out strategy here.
Do you think America is beginning to rethink its relationship with the president? Because
No? Don't think so. I think that...
because he deserves a rethink. I mean, the man has been condemned up and down the wazoo for an entire time in office, and suddenly he comes up real good with the summit and the economy.
Well, the economy in particular, look, I think that actually one of the most revealing things about the last 24 hours has been what it says about America. I wish what you said was true. I heard you say earlier that, and you're right, that the media reaction in the room there was more positive than you'd have expected. But that is not true of the media reaction here. If you watch some of the other networks this morning, they're just going out of their way, not just to be neutral or let's wait and see what happens, to be actively critical of what the president has done. You see words thrown around like this was disgusting. That's a word that was used to describe the summit, the fact that you had the flags together and so on. They're going out of their way to be critical. And it seems to me that what that tells you is that with something like this, when it's, you'd think everyone would be happy with this, that there is literally nothing that trumps, if I could put it like that, their hatred of Trump. Nothing. Not the good economy, not more jobs, not wage growth, not peace in North Korea. Nothing is more important to them than hating President Trump.
I wish I had time to watch the others. Well, actually, I'm glad I do not have time to watch the others. You did it for me. Steve Hilton, thank you very much, sir. We'll see you soon. Okay.